Garmin's coming out with a brand new trolling motor. We've made really a lot of headway the last 5 years. We introduced the original Force trolling motor, and then we came out with the pivot style motor, which is designed for minimal deck space for walleye and coastal boats. That's our Force Kraken trolling motor. That motor comes in 63, 75, and 90-inch shaft lengths. We took it a step further and introduced a 48-inch Force Kraken for small bay boats and skiffs. And now we've come out with a motor that I've been really excited about for a long time, the Force Pro trolling motor. It's got a reverse thrust, it has multi-band GPS, and it also has a lighted indicator and the GT56 UHD built into the bottom of it. So really great side view, a lot of other additional features that we've been able to cover out here today, and I've been really impressed with this motor.
Levi traveled from Kansas down to Texas to help the crew get the Force Pro dialed in on Wade's boat. The first thing that had to be done, get the new trolling motor installed.
So we installed the Force Pro at Wade's house, and it's amazing how seamless it was. We had a Force on the boat before, and it just has 6 bolts that mount it, and we were able to easily get access to it, and it was a really easy job to switch the motor out. And then we also installed 2 live scope transducers. We have our LVS 62, which is our perspective mode transducer, and then we have our LVS 34, which is our forward transducer. Alrighty, so we're on Wade's boat and we're gonna look a little bit deeper into our live scope setup. To me, this is the ideal setup. We're able to get those live scope transducers ran to the console, and we were able to get them piped right in here into the day box. So I've got access to not only my battery that's running my live scope, but I can check voltage, I can make sure all the cables are tight, and it comes right in from the console right here, and it's just really seamless. It fits really well into this rod locker, and it's not gonna overheat, and it's a really, really great solution to mounting multiple transducers on this boat. So this trolling motor is super easy to put together and also install. The instructions are very detailed, and one of the really great things that I think Garmin prides itself on is our product support. So if you run into any snags or any issues, you can call right into our tech line, and they can walk you through any sort of troubleshooting or any sort of other things that you might find, because every boat's different when it comes to installing a trolling motor, and you really want to find the right fit and make sure that everything lines up the way you want it to. Reversing us out. It is honestly, it's super beneficial that I have to turn your boat around.
The ability to go in reverse is going to eliminate all the silting in a lot of cases that you end up seeing at the back of these pockets, and just the ease of navigation. You're not blowing everything up.
So the reverse thrust on the trolling motor is really key, and it's something that we've been really excited to introduce on this trolling motor. It allows us to have minimal motor movements, so it's not having to search or move, and it also allows us to have better accuracy. So when you're out crappie fishing or bass fishing, and you find a stump or a brush pile you want to fish on, and a windy day like today, you might blow past it. And so it's really, really key to be able to hit reverse and back up off of that structure, and it allows you to make more precise casts. And today we were out here, and when you're pitching at them on beds, you might actually go past a fish and turn back around and see it, and you don't have to turn the boat all the way around. You can just reverse right back and throw right to that bass. So we're out here today with the new Garmin Force Pro trolling motor, and I'm going to show you how to manually shift it into reverse. So right now we have it green lit up with 4 bars, which means we're going forward. You can see I'm taking the boat, and to shift it, you can manually shift it into reverse. You double tap the heading hold button, and it's going to turn our lights red. It's going to remember the last setting that you had it on. So if 4 is what stops your boat, it'll take it to 4. You press the button, and it'll back the boat up or stop the boat if we're sitting there looking at brush piles or looking at other structure. And just as the same as you took it out, double tap heading hold again, and it'll take you right back to being in forward mode. So with this boat, we decided to go ahead and put 2 transducers on it, and running the LVS 62 and the 34 is a great combination because you have that extended range, you don't get any interference, but you can still get away with 1 transducer without an issue. We make a perspective mount that comes with our Live Scope Plus system, and all you have to do is pull the trolling motor up and rotate it into forward. But I prefer to be able to see my bait for certain situations where maybe the fish are a little bit more out there and a little bit more active. You can physically see what direction they're facing in, and it gives you a more clear picture of where you're trying to break down when you're fishing. So right now on perspective mode, we're coming back into a creek drain, and you can see both sides of the cattails, and then we're going right down the middle of it, and with the perspective mode, you can see it clear as day.
Dude, that is cool.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's the highway for a bass right there. Now you really can see the entire lane. I mean, if you're a fish, you're swimming down that drain. You can just see how it lays out. Holy cow.
The new Force Pro trolling motor has a multitude of benefits and tools for anglers to use. The multiband GPS signal reception and integrated heading sensor delivers superior performance when in anchor lock. Wireless integration with Garmin chart plotters helps anglers to create routes and tracks to follow when they fish. And the built-in sonar integration with the GT56 UHD transducer delivers ultra-high definition sonar to view structure and fish, both below and to the sides of the boat.
All right, so this new Garmin Force Pro trolling motor has the GT56 UHD transducer built into the bottom of the trolling motor. Super great transducer. It's got really good clarity, and right now we're going through this ditch, and you can see all of the trees on side view, and the 56 gives you a lot of clarity. It's a little bit of a higher frequency, and so you get really good clear view and side view image as we kind of go around and look at all these different brush piles, and there's trees, and you can even start to see the reeds as we kind of get up even shallower. So when it comes to boat integration and getting everything to communicate, you know, whether you're running GPS maps or Echo maps, and we even integrate with power poles, it's just really nice to be able to control your power poles from the units, control your trolling motor from the units, and it really takes the time out of having to have different screens or different remotes, and it makes stuff so seamless.